China and India, two Asian giants, each with a rich tapestry of history, culture, and ambition. These nations are not just geographical neighbors but also share a deep-rooted connection through centuries of trade, philosophy, and exchange of ideas. Both boast ancient civilizations and vast populations. Their streets are alive with the hustle and bustle of daily life, where tradition meets modernity in a vibrant dance. They are economic powerhouses, reshaping the global order. The financial districts in Beijing and Mumbai are a testament to their growing influence, with stock markets that pulse with the energy of countless transactions. Yet a stark contrast emerges when we compare their development trajectories. While China's cities gleam with modernity, India's rural areas often tell a different story, highlighting the diverse challenges each country faces. China appears to be ahead, its cities gleaming with modernity. Skyscrapers pierce the sky, high-speed trains zip across the landscape, and advanced public transportation systems set a global standard. India, while making rapid strides, still grapples with poverty and inequality. The sight of slums juxtaposed with burgeoning tech hubs paints a picture of a nation in transition, striving to uplift its vast population. This essay explores the multifaceted reasons behind this development gap. From economic policies to social structures, the paths these nations have taken are as varied as their landscapes. We will delve into economic indicators, historical factors, and social and political dynamics. By examining GDP growth, policy decisions, and leadership, we aim to uncover the layers that contribute to their current states. This exploration is not about declaring a winner or a loser, it's about understanding the complexities of development, recognizing that progress is not a race but a journey. It's about understanding the complexities of development. Through interviews with experts and footage of diverse projects, we gain insights into the unique paths each nation treads. It's about recognizing the unique challenges and opportunities that each nation faces. From rural development projects in India to urban innovation hubs in China, the journey of progress is multifaceted and deeply nuanced. When measuring development, gross domestic product, or GDP, often takes center stage. It is one of the most commonly used indicators to gauge the health of an economy. By calculating the total value of all goods and services produced over a specific time period, GDP provides a comprehensive snapshot of a country's economic activity. This metric is crucial for policymakers, economists, and analysts, as it helps them understand the scale and performance of an economy. It represents the total value of goods and services produced in a country. This includes everything from manufacturing and construction to services and agriculture. By aggregating these diverse sectors, GDP offers a holistic view of economic productivity. China's GDP, even in 2025, dwarfs India's. This vast difference highlights the sheer scale of China's economy, which has been growing rapidly over the past few decades. The country's massive industrial base, extensive infrastructure, and large population contribute significantly to its high GDP. This difference is a key indicator of China's economic might. The country's ability to produce and export a vast array of goods has positioned it as a global economic powerhouse. Additionally, China's investments in technology and innovation have further bolstered its economic standing. However, GDP growth tells a different story. While China's GDP is larger, India's economy is growing at a faster rate. This rapid growth is driven by a young and dynamic workforce, increasing urbanization, and a burgeoning tech industry. India's economy in 2025 is expanding at a faster rate than China's. This accelerated growth suggests that India is catching up, leveraging its demographic dividend and making significant strides in various sectors, including technology, services, and manufacturing. This suggests that the gap might be narrowing. If India continues on this trajectory, it could potentially close the economic gap with China in the coming decades. However, this will depend on sustained economic reforms, infrastructure development, and investment in human capital. But GDP per capita, which reflects the average income of citizens, paints a more realistic picture. It takes into account the population size, providing a clearer view of individual prosperity and living standards. China's GDP per capita remains significantly higher than India's. This indicates that, on average, Chinese citizens have higher incomes and better access to goods and services compared to their Indian counterparts. This means that, on average, the Chinese people are wealthier and enjoy a higher standard of living. While India's rapid growth is promising, it still has a long way to go to match China's per capita income and overall living standards. The journey of economic development is complex and multifaceted, with GDP being just one of many indicators to consider. Development is not solely about economic indicators, it's about the well-being of citizens. It's about access to education, healthcare, and infrastructure. It's about social equality and environmental sustainability. While China boasts impressive infrastructure and a higher life expectancy, India is catching up. India's advancements in areas like telecommunications and digital technology are notable. However, challenges remain in providing basic services to its vast population. China's economic transformation began in the late 1970s with Deng Xiaoping's reforms. These reforms opened up the Chinese economy to foreign investment and global trade. China became the world's factory, its manufacturing sector booming. India, on the other hand, embarked on economic liberalization much later in the early 1990s. While India's service sector flourished, its manufacturing sector lagged behind. This difference in economic structure contributed significantly to the development gap. Section 5. The infrastructure gap: building blocks of progress. Infrastructure is the backbone of any economy. Roads, railways, ports, and power grids facilitate trade and economic activity. China invested heavily in infrastructure, creating a conducive environment for businesses. India, burdened by bureaucracy and land acquisition issues, lagged behind in infrastructure development. However, recent years have witnessed increased investment in this sector, with India striving to bridge the gap. Section 6. The demographic dividend: a tale of two populations. Both China and India possess massive populations. However, their demographic profiles differ significantly. China, with its one-child policy, faces an aging population. India, on the other hand, boasts a young and growing workforce. This demographic difference presents both opportunities and challenges. India has the potential to reap a demographic dividend if it can provide employment opportunities for its youthful population. China, on the other hand, needs to address the challenges of an aging workforce and rising healthcare costs. Section 7. The political landscape: centralization versus democracy. China's political system, a centralized Communist Party rule, allows for swift decision-making and implementation of large-scale projects. This has been instrumental in China's rapid development, particularly in infrastructure projects. India, the world's largest democracy, follows a more complex and often slower decision-making process. While democracy ensures citizen participation and rights, it can sometimes hinder the pace of development. Section 8. Conclusion: a race still being run. The development gap between China and India is a complex issue. It is not merely a matter of economic statistics or growth rates. The roots of this disparity are deeply embedded in the historical context of both nations. China, with its early adoption of market reforms and aggressive industrial policies, surged ahead in the late 20th century. India, on the other hand, took a more gradual approach, focusing on democratic institutions and social reforms. It is rooted in historical factors, economic policies, and social and political dynamics. The cultural and political landscapes of these two giants have shaped their economic paths. China's centralized governance allowed for swift policy implementation, while India's democratic framework often led to slower, albeit more inclusive, growth. While China currently appears to be more developed, India is rapidly progressing. The skyline of Chinese cities, dotted with towering skyscrapers, stands in contrast to India's bustling construction sites, symbolizing its ongoing transformation. India's growth is fueled by its vibrant democracy, entrepreneurial spirit, and a young, dynamic population. The race is far from over. Both nations are in a marathon, not a sprint. The competition is fierce, but it is also a source of mutual inspiration and learning. Each country watches the other, adapting and evolving its strategies to stay ahead. India's economic growth, its youthful population, and its technological advancements hold immense promise. The rise of tech startups and innovation hubs in cities like Bangalore and Hyderabad are testament to India's potential to become a global tech powerhouse. The energy and creativity of its young professionals are driving this change. China too faces challenges as it grapples with an aging population and environmental concerns. The rapid industrialization that propelled its growth has also led to significant environmental degradation. Addressing these issues is crucial for sustaining its development. It is the choices made by both nations in the coming years that will ultimately determine their development trajectories. Policy decisions, investments in education and technology, and approaches to social welfare will shape the future of these two countries. The world watches as China and India continue their race, each step forward a testament to their resilience and ambition.